Hey Taurus, how's it going everybody? Welcome to Blue Mountains Tarot. This is a general reading. I am out of town right now, having a little break getaway, but I got to finish up my videos for you guys. So I'm at a hotel right now for a few days, just enjoying some time out. Welcome to Blue Mountains Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Taurus. I do offer personal readings. If you're interested, you can contact me below in the description box. And thank you so much, guys, for all of your likes, your shares, your comments, contributions to the channel. I appreciate that. What flew out here? The Tower. Let's see what's going on with you guys. Taurus, first half of July. Sorry, I don't have my light. I don't have my stuff with me, so we're working with what we've got here, camera-wise. One sec here. I gotta... Maybe that's a bit better. There we go. All right. Tower. Why the Tower? What's going on with Taurus? First half of July. I feel like this is a good ending, guys, on something. Yeah, I knew it. The Tower is an ending, but this is a good call, man. Like Judgment. This is something that's going to put a lot of things to rest. There's a lot of peace and a lot of closure and a lot of putting things behind you, Taurus. I think maybe you've made some judgment calls to put this ending. There's something that you're saying, you know what? I'm going to rip a Band-Aid off. Maybe this is going to hurt at first, or this is something that you didn't really want to have to do. But I feel like the Judgment is something that gives you your sense of closure and maybe the other person. I feel like it's moving you into a positive direction. It's a good feeling. When I saw that, I'm like, this is a good feeling. And Judgment is a karmic outcome. It's a positive outcome. What is this maybe about? Let's see. What is this about for Taurus? Is there anything that we can... Clarity on this. Temperance. Yeah, there's a lot of healing here. Actually, you know, this is moving smoother than maybe you thought, Taurus. You might actually get a lot more... response. You might get more healing. It's running fairly smoothly. I feel like this is Sagittarius energy. Maybe you had to make a decision to end something with a Sagittarian. But I feel like this is something that's moving very, very nicely. It's respected. There's respect here. There's an understanding as to why things happened. There's an acceptance to the good and the bad, or an appreciation for the good and the bad. There was a lot of seeing of two sides here. There was, I think, a lot of fairness in terms of like you both see why something took place. You got to really hear each other's sides of the story. You got to experience some really pleasant things out of this situation here. Kind of interesting because there's a little bit of like, you know, sometimes why do things that feel good need to come to an end, but there's other factors involved that just don't line up. They just don't provide a healing. Maybe there's healing that someone needs to go through. There may be somebody who's not ready for the commitment or the long-term, you know, requirements or commitment that's needed in a situation. And it's like you could have shared some really good moments. You know, sometimes you might go on a vacation, let's say, you might have a really beautiful time with somebody, but realistically, it's just not conducive to a relationship if someone lives, you know, in another country or whatever. Maybe for some you're able to do the long distance thing, but there is something here about experiencing the beauty in a situation and then calling it a day, moving on. Maybe there is still connection there with you, though. King of Swords. Yeah, there's like a bit of that ability to maybe emotionally detach. This was already kind of a known outcome. It's almost like you had your mind set on the outcome of this. You knew. Maybe this person knew. Why the King of Swords? Four of Cups. Yeah, it's a missed opportunity. For whatever reason, I feel like this is something that just doesn't make sense. It doesn't necessarily logically, or somebody had their mind set on this is what it is. You know, there could have been somebody here reaching out or saying, well, I'd be willing to compromise. I'd be willing to make it work, be willing to give what they have. But I think maybe someone here is saying, you know, I don't want to hurt you, or I don't want to disappoint you. I don't want to discourage you. I don't want to make you fall in love, let's say, and then I emotionally detach because we're just not physically together enough to enjoy this. So there is something where it's a bit of a missed opportunity, but there was still a bit of an extension of, you know, what one could have offered to the best of their ability. I feel like the King of Swords just has the ability to sort of, it would have been too big of a challenge, although somebody here is willing to take that challenge on. Somebody else feels like it's just not going to give them what they need. The Knight of Wands, yeah, there is definitely somebody here who's willing to come the distance. For some of you, I feel like this could be a long distance situation, but there is somebody here who's not gonna, you know, given the opportunity, they would pursue you. The situation would have, this person would have done what it took to get you to make this scenario happen more. They might try to make an attempt here. You might say, hey, let me show you by making an effort that I will be in front of you. I will make the effort to come see you, or to be, let me see here. What's this Knight of Wands? What's more? Tell me more about the Knight of Wands. It's like someone's making a second attempt, or they're trying to negotiate with you to show you differently, to prove to you they're willing to take that challenge on. They, you know, Five of Wands. Yeah, it's like they'll fight for you in a sense here, Taurus, but I feel like this is just not going to make sense. This is just, you know, this person would be setting themselves up to be going through a lot of loopholes and a lot of challenges and a lot of struggles. And ultimately, I feel like you don't want to, you know, you don't want this person to use that against you, maybe, and say, like, I did all of this for you and now we're not, you know. I feel like somebody here just doesn't want to set themselves up for the complications involved. And ultimately, I feel like someone has their mind set up that this is just, it's not going to work. And somebody else has another that they would try to prove to you or show you. But it's in your mind, Taurus, or maybe roles can be reversed. Somebody here knows this is just not the thing to take on. Is there any healing advice on this? I just want to kind of close that energy up. Any healing advice for Taurus? Yeah, new beginnings, Fool. It's kind of like, you know, if we bump into each other one day again, let's go for it. Let's try again. We'll see you around, kind of thing. But this is a new beginning. I feel like eventually you sort of, someone was willing to take that leap of faith with you, Taurus. I feel like you've already moved on. You know, the energy is to move on, to just take it for what it is. It's another person in your life that you've learned lessons from. The Fool is a brand new journey. It's where he or she goes into a new adventure, a new chapter, a new path in life, where they meet new people, new experiences, lessons, experiences, the joys, the fun of things, the beginnings and the endings. So you've got that Tower. It's saying something ended for a reason, because the Fool is saying it's time to move on. It's time to just, you know, it was a fun scenario. It was an enjoyable moment. No need to complicate it. I think the Five of Wands is complicating a situation, and not that somebody's trying to do that, but they'd be willing to put in that extra effort. And you're just sort of like, no, this is just going to be, unfortunately, a missed opportunity. You might disappoint the other person. Time to move on. You've already moved on in your head. All right, what else for Taurus? What else do we have for the sign of Taurus? I don't have my lights, guys. I got nothing here with me, so bear with me. There's the Wheel of Fortune. You're heading in a new direction here, Taurus, for sure, with the Judgment, the Temperance, the Wheel of Fortune, the Fool card. Life is really... The more that you are honest with yourself, honest with the situations in your life, the people, the more that life is going to deliver the things that are meant for you, that you ultimately want and desire. So if you're in situations that you are not happy in, but you're like, I don't want to go through those tower moments, or I think you're willing to go through these, you are realizing, or this is kind of a message to tell you, like, the more you clean off your plate that is no longer serving you, that's no longer making you happy, that's causing complications, that's giving you ultimately a disappointment in the end, Four of Cups, something that, or someone that's making you have to chase down to achieve something with, the more you surrender, the more you release and let go, and you sort of make these judgment calls of saying, okay, I'm going to put that behind me. It is what it is. I'm moving on. I'm showing the patience for myself and the situation. And you allow yourself to heal along this journey. The more life is going to show you just exactly what it has in store for you, because the Wheel of Fortune is saying, like, this is a timing destined situation. And you can't be sitting in an empty place for very long. Life will show something to you. It'll bring in some kind of person, some kind of change, some kind of opportunity. It will keep you in that flow of change and abundance. And I feel like the Temperance is saying, like, what I release, I attract. What I let go of, I bring in. There's this thing of not hanging on to things, because I picked it up in the very beginning of your reading that the Tower was a good thing. The ending, the release, the surrender, the letting go of was just a good conscious decision or a good call, because you're like, it's like we can't meet new people if we're hanging on to, flings or leftover relationships or exes and people that are taking up our time and our space. And you have to sort of, it's moving along here. The Fool, the Wheel of Fortune. When you jump into the new with nothing hanging on to you that is no longer serving you, life is going to show you the big significant things, the big changes, the positive changes for you, the abundance. Okay? Possibly some of you in a financial abundant manner, like a financial opportunities. Let's see here with the Wheel of Fortune. You've got some really nice majors here, guys. And I'm turning that Tower into a positive energy. It doesn't always have to be negative. Endings offer you new beginnings. Okay, they offer you a sense of release, healing, peace. You see where something served purpose in your life. You understand now, I didn't really want that or need that. And I see why now, because this other situation showed up and is teaching you another lesson that maybe you wouldn't have had encountered, or maybe you wouldn't have had the opportunity had you been entertaining this over here. Okay? All right, let's see what this Wheel of Fortune is with the Fool. Give us energy on this, please. Yeah, Page of Wands. Life showing you new things that are going to create change through people, new messages, positive change coming into your life. It might be starting off small, but it's the little things that you're going to notice because you're clear, you're free, your mind is free, you're clear on things. So there's pages or messages, they're people that come in, they're things that are showing up in your life to say, hey, Taurus, look at this opportunity, look at this new person, look at this new job, look at this new house, whatever it is for you. Page of Wands. Anything else? This is very positive communication that you start to receive. Okay? It's like letting go, receiving more. What else for this? Empress. It's for your growth. It's creation. You're stepping into creation here, Taurus. The Empress. This is how she grows. This is how this situation is going to prosper. you grow spiritually. She releases. It's an unconditional love. There's no expectation. She just has her abundance. Yeah, you're going to work hard at things sometimes to achieve that. But again, you're working and you're focusing on the things that are serving purpose. You're not giving away your attention, your energy, your time to other people, places, and things that are not serving your growth. Okay? The Empress is here to grow. And a lot of you are, maybe this is part of a spiritual lesson that you're learning. The act of surrendering, the act of letting go, unconditional love, having forgiveness. This is where you're coming into the place of creation. The Empress is birthing new ideas, new things. The Wheel of Fortune is showing you. It's like the Wheel of Fortune is giving you the ingredients, and you are going to create the situation for yourself. For some of you, it's very self-created, self-initiated. You're feeling much more worthy of the things, which is why you're able to let things go, because you're like, I'm worth more than this. That no longer serves me, or that no longer is healing for me. So you're moving in a direction of healing and well-being and abundance and the changes. So you're willing to surrender at this time, Taurus. I like this for you guys. Ace of Wands, the bottom of the deck. There's that creation. There's the creation right there, the new beginnings. You're following true passions here. Some of you are finding out about your passions. Some of you are noticing that, again, when you have this empty space in your life and you're not full of cluttered things, people, situations, and things that are distracting you, you're like, wow, I didn't realize the possibilities. I didn't realize the things I was able to create. I have new passions. I've got these people showing up. Page of Wands. Okay, people showing up in your life. Wow, I had no idea I was going to enjoy that or want to pursue something like that or learn something new or create something. Okay, you're kind of, it's new birth, Taurus. It's new birth, new ideas. A lot of things to look forward to here. And it could have been literally, for some of you, that one encounter. Could have been that person on a vacation that you're like, wow, although we can't, it's like, why does a good person have to leave my life? But although you can't necessarily join lives together or form, say, a committal or like a relationship, let's say, there could have been something there that person really showed you or shared with you, just maybe your worth. Maybe it's that person that said, I will fly across the world. I will show you that I want to chase you or that I want to be with you. I will put myself in front of you. And it shows you that you are worthy of love or worthy of opportunities. Okay? And I feel like even though, again, you may have politely declined because it just doesn't align with exactly the conditions or the thing that you want for yourself. But they could have left a very... an impression on you. Could have been this one person's impression that was like, shows up out of nowhere or does something out of the ordinary that you're just like, wow, no one's ever done that. Whatever that gesture is, maybe there's that one thing that they did that no one's ever done for you, or that you didn't feel that feeling, Taurus, all right, I'm going to leave it there. I want to wish you guys a great day. Thanks again for all your support. I appreciate it. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you soon. Take care.